financing your home improvement project, there's really three different options you have. If your project is relatively limited in scope and generally speaking less than $100,000, if you have significant existing equity in your property, you can allow us to simply set up a home equity line of credit. You can use those funds at your discretion to fund home improvement projects. And once the project's done, that home equity line stays in place and you make payments on it as agreed. You can accelerate those payments or keep that loan outstanding really through the terms of the home equity line. Sometimes that's a nice option as well too if you have a very low rate on your existing first mortgage and you don't want to eliminate that loan, you want to keep that loan in place. So that's option A, and again, that's for generally speaking a little bit smaller of a project. A second option that's very popular is what's known as a cash out refinance, where it's you take your existing first mortgage and you increase that to fund the home improvement projects. You are going to be limited to the value of an existing appraisal on the property, so it does not take into account any improvements to the home as part of that valuation. But again, if you have a home that has significant equity that you want to tap into, and if you want to take advantage of low mortgage rates and maybe lower the rate on your existing first mortgage, you can do that cash out and kind of get a 2-for-1 deal, and again have those funds available to fund that home improvement project for yourself. The third option, which is the most significant, that would be a first mortgage construction loan, and this is where Tradition Capital Bank would be working in partnership with Tradition Mortgage. What we would do is take a look at your scope of improvements and we would get an appraisal done that takes into account that home improvement project as completed. So it would go out and find comparables in the neighborhood that are reflective of that improved home at the end of the day. With that, we would be refinancing and taking out your first mortgage. So we would roll that into the construction loan. So the larger your first mortgage, the more debt you have against the property. That is going to create some limitations as far as what construction loan availability would be there.
Hi, my name's Trevor Johnson. I work at Tradition Capital Bank, and we at the bank work along with Tradition Mortgage in getting your home project completed. We service the construction loan, and once you've closed with Tradition Mortgage, the loan comes to Tradition Capital Bank for the construction loan. And we help process the construction draws. So as your project goes along, your builder will come to the title company and the bank with draw requests in order to pay the subcontractors and all the different people that have completed work on your project in your home. Before each draw gets funded from your construction loan, there's three things that we obtain. The first would be an updated inspection. So we send someone from the bank out to get inspection pictures of the project. This is just to verify that as the builder's putting in requesting funds, that everything that they're asking for is either done or at least the materials have been ordered and are on the site. The second thing would be a clear track check from the title company. And this just is the title company's role in the whole process. They're ensuring that everyone up to that point has been paid on the project and no one can file a lien on your house throughout the project or leading up to your end financing with Tradition Mortgage. The third thing we need is your borrower approval. So before any draw goes out the door that funds get sent to the title company, you approve the draw as the homeowner. And once we have those three things, inspection, clear track from title, borrower approval, the draw gets funded from your construction loan to the title company. The title company then in turn pays out the builder, the subcontractors, anyone who's completed that work. Throughout the project, you can sometimes have overages or cost overruns. If you run into any of those, then that's just key with that is good communication. So you and your builder would just communicate that to the bank and title company, and as we process the draws and monitor the project, we would then work with you and your Tradition Mortgage loan officer to figure out how those overages would be covered, which is one of two ways. They can either be financed and rolled into your end loan with Tradition Mortgage once the project is completed, or paid for in cash. Those are kind of your two options. So once these draws are done, the project's done, then you have your end loan closing with your Tradition Mortgage loan officer.
With this product, as you near completion, we would look to roll the construction loan into longer-term permanent financing. At your option, this would be a 30-year fixed rate or possibly a 15-year, really a multitude of products available, and this is where Tradition Mortgage would step back in, kind of work with you on exactly what program fits your needs. So really, again, we call this the construction to perm program. It's really the most comprehensive. and it's one of the advantages you have coming to Tradition because we do have Tradition Capital Bank working seamlessly with Tradition Mortgage.